The effort to find a COVID-19 vaccine that can prevent the disease includes St. Louisans willing to help. Residents in the St. Louis area are called on to play a role in the fight against COVID-19 by participating in clinical trials testing a variety of investigational vaccines. Residents have the opportunity to be selected as participants for different trials. Currently, as many as 6 large-scale Phase 3 trials or more. That's because researchers at the St. Louis University Center for Vaccine Development and Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis have been tapped to join the historic effort.
Each one of those trials is anticipated to enroll 30,000 individuals. So by us being allowed to participate in these trials, meaning the St. Louis community, this is a huge honor.
Sharon Fry is the principal investigator for vaccine trials at St. Louis University, and Rachel Presti is the principal investigator for trials at Washington University School of Medicine. They are coordinating so the two institutions can lead different vaccine trials. With the announcement of each trial, the next critical step is partnering with the greater St. Louis community to advance public health.
I think the biggest thing that's going to help us the most is if people get their names in that database so that we can contact as many people as possible. It gives them an opportunity, everybody in the community, to be part of the solution and be able to help to find an answer to ending this pandemic so that we can get our children back to school, people back to work, and the global economy can get back where it belongs.
We're each committed to one of the vaccine studies. And it's likely that there will be several more, so 4 or 5 more through the end of the year.
The trials are part of the COVID-19 Prevention Network, formed by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases under the National Institutes of Health.
Phase 3 efficacy trials are the very large trials that enroll thousands of people in order to see whether the vaccine actually works or not. And if it works, how well does it work? Does it prevent disease? Does it lessen the severity of disease? Does it keep people out of the hospital? Just how well does it work?
Really what we're looking for is to enroll 500 to 1,000 people for each vaccine study at each university. So if St. Louis University does vaccine trial A, C, and E, and WashU does vaccine trial B and D, we would each be trying to enroll 500 to 1,000 people in each one of those studies.
If more than one vaccine proves effective or multiple prove effective, how can that be helpful?
It's entirely possible that multiple of these vaccines will work. Most of them are using different vaccine platforms, but they're all targeting that same spike protein that is on the surface of the virus. And is known to be really, really important for the virus being able to get into cells and infect. And so it's possible if you make a good antibody response, a good T cell response with all of these vaccines, we might have multiple vaccines that work.
Preventing infection, starting with the coordinated strategy to accelerate testing, manufacturing, and distribution. Experts say having more than one effective vaccine will likely be what it takes to successfully protect the global community. For the clinical trials, researchers say it's critically important to enroll participants who are likely to be exposed to COVID-19 or for those at risk for severe disease from COVID-19, including participants over the age of 65.
We are going to be looking for people who are at least 18 years of age and older. We are going to be looking for people, obviously, who are at risk of contracting infection. And we are going to be looking at people who might be older, who may have serious disease should they become infected. We'll be looking for people who have comorbidities. What does that mean? That means they have underlying disease, such as diabetes, such as hypertension.
Participants would receive the vaccine or a placebo.
For some of the vaccine studies, it's 50-50 chance. For some of them, 2/3 of the people get the vaccine and 1/3 of the people don't. But you still don't know whether or not you got vaccine or you got the saline placebo injection. We definitely do want people to still protect themselves. And so the more we can do the studies in the people who are being hit the hardest, the faster it'll be that we'll figure out how this works.
The hope is to have vaccines ready in January.
Historically, in the St. Louis area, what has been the response to vaccine trials?
It's amazing that the people who live in the St. Louis region have always responded well to participating in vaccine trials. They have really come out for the pandemic influenza trials, and if you can think way back to 2000 or so, they came out for the smallpox trials. We have been very fortunate in the St. Louis area to be able to conduct clinical vaccine trials because, and solely because of the support of the St. Louis community.